Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Many Nigerians have gotten used to this slogan, all eyes on the judiciary. And many Nigerians are really looking forward to the PEPT result of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, the verdict. And literally speaking, they believe the fate of Nigerians living in Nigeria is in their hands. But right now, there's been a little doubt here and there over the fact that will the judgment be free, fair? Will it be credible? Will someone say that it was well done without any pressure from any quarter? Well, it looks like the NBA's PDL chairman have decided to speak more on what likely will be done to any illogical judgment passed. The moment we're going to find out what may be the fate of anyone who passes illegal or illogical judgment, as Nigerians are earnestly waiting for the verdict. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. A former first vice president of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, I'm talking about Barrister John Akpokpo Martins, emerged as the new chairman, NBA section on public interest and development law, that's SPIDEL, SPIDEL, as at on Friday. Of course, the election held on Friday, June 23rd. And in the interview, he speaks on the judicial disciplinary mechanism for judges and lawyers and sundry issues. Now, we're going to take questions and answers of what he said, and I'll wrap this up very quickly. He said, all eyes are on the judiciary. Can we trust the judiciary? He said, well, we have been talking in the past. It is time to think outside the box and start to take actions. We should start to name and shame erring judges. We are going to open a black book. It is not imperative that a judge or judgment must be correct. When any judgment is delivered, it should be in good faith because no one is infallible. As lawyers, we know the minimum expected. We know the minimum expected. Then I asked, okay, in that context, so when a judge gives a judgment which is indefensible in law, it shows that there is undue influence or corruption. We will name such judges in public. If the judge believes that he has been wrongfully accused in public, we will challenge him to take us to court. He now went for, I said, going forward, we are going to open a black book for judges who seem to be giving judgment that are not supported by logic, law, or facts. Okay, still on this dangerous judgment, how do you want to do this without the involvement of the National Judicial Council, NJC? They asked him. This is what he said. We don't have to mince words. In the last 3 years, can you give me the name of a judge that has been disciplined, maybe by way of dismissal or compulsory retirement? It is difficult to find such. From the last briefing by the NJC secretary, almost all petitions were thrown away. The most annoying aspect was a judge who was accused of misdemeanor and he was about to retire. The next thing the NJC would say was that they have no jurisdiction over the matter because the judge has retired. Another argument is that the judge is no longer a lawyer, so the LPDC cannot deal with the case. So you now find a situation where judges who are at the twilight of their career, 1 year to their retirement, go rough. And they do all kinds of things so that before investigations will start, they will retire and be immune from investigation. There is even a judgment that before a judge is tried, I take that again. So there is even a judgment that before a judge is tried, the NJC must first of all do their investigations so rough judges are going scot-free without punishment. So maybe when we start to name and shame, maybe NJC will now start to know that something is wrong. Then I asked him a question. What then is your take on the disciplinary mechanism in the judiciary? This is what he answered. The disciplinary mechanism in the judiciary has broken down. Let no one tell you any story. The disciplinary process at the bar, that is the LPDC, is not working. In this profession, there are two disciplinary provisions, the LPDC for lawyers and the NJC for judges. Both of them are not working, and we are having backlash from the public. Citizens no longer have trust in going to court. And if they no longer have trust in going to court, then who are we? We depend on trust in the legal system. So if there is no trust in the legal system, we will go hungry. Then the system and fabric that holds the society together will break down, and there will be anarchy. So there is every reason to start taking decisive actions against the type of things that we see in the profession, not just the judiciary. They asked him another question. Do you agree with the suggestion that after NJC has taken its decision against any erring judge, there should be charges to court to face criminal processes or criminal process? He answered, that is the law, and there is no person above the law. If the law have provided that any person that does so and so should be charged with a criminal offense, one thing you must realize is that NJC does not handle criminal matters. NJC investigates ethnical matters. Still, you can have a situation where both criminal and ethical issues are ethical issues are combined. So the first thing is that immediately the NJC finds a judge guilty, which is a prima facie case that the judge has a case to answer. Judges were respected before, but now the wrongdoer will even dare you to go to court. What is the solution? They asked him. He said the greatest problem with the judiciary is the appointment process. The appointment process is very porous. No matter how you tinker with the law is not the issue, but Nigerians want to beat the law. Nigerians derive pleasure in how to beat the law. The NJC has guidelines. But it follows their guidelines for the process to legitimize the names they are going to throw up, which they know from the beginning the appointment process is the biggest problem of the judiciary. So some people say that let us go and amend the constitution. I do not believe that the constitution amendment will make any change, because the people themselves are the problem. This is huge, this is big, and they're trying as much as they can to restore Nigerians to trust the judiciary once again. Remember, there's this general saying that the judiciary is the last hope of the common man. Those days when we're growing up, when you hear things like, I will take you to court, you start begging, because you are so sure that if you are found guilty, you are going to jail. But right now, it's even the guilty one, like he just rightly mentioned. The wrongdoers will say, if you don't like it, go to court. We'll get there. Let's hope that Nigeria will get greater and better. Let's go wrap it up. What's the take on what he hopes to be a punitive measure to see how we can backtrack and bring back sanity in the system? Let's interact with it.